Peep the Trump wants you to like and subscribe, or he will build a wall around your house. Walking in shallow water be like. How do you politely tell your visitor that it's time to go home? If you're from the Midwest, you just say welp really forcefully and slap your knees with your hands. Then stand up. Other Midwesterners will recognize the signal and say suppose we should head out. Me. Babe. Out of my purse. Can you bring me my husband brings entire purse. You can taste these photos. You can taste the spoon more than the ice cream. 2012. This streaming is really awesome. I don't need you anymore. 2021. Watch exclusive content here. Hello old friend. We need a 3-day weekend. One for errands. One for social activities. One for staying in bed like we've got some Victorian wasting disease. Stay away from people who think you're arguing every time you try to explain yourself. I live in their house. My annoying little cousin is bragging about how he sleeps in a race car bed. Whatever, you little idiot. I sleep in a real car. Why the duck don't toasters have a window so you can see how toasted your bread is? I wish I could quit my job so I can focus on my true passion, which is sleeping. I was happy with my results, but now my dad keeps sending me results of other kids. Sent him other parents' salaries. We do not have Wi-Fi. Talk to each other and pretend it's 1995. Prices better be looking like 1995 as well then, since we are pretending. It's interesting growing up and learning that most adults are not smart. I had my suspicions as a kid, but I didn't think the situation was this dire. What's the dumbest thing you did as a kid? Wished I was an adult. Tried to warn ya. The airport is a lawless place. 7 AM. Drink a beer. Tired. Sleep on the floor. Hungry. Chips now cost $17. As a tall person I cannot offer to reach something on a high shelf for a stranger. Yet if they ask me I must oblige. This is the law of the giants. My cousin texting this girl. Apparently she on punishment, so she got no phone. My cousin created a Google Doc and they talk by editing the doc. Yesterday I explained something so bleak to my therapist she asked me if we could pause for a minute so she could think about it. I'm getting close to winning therapy, I can feel it in my bones. What are some guy secrets girls don't know about? The average guy is so starved for positive attention that a simple compliment is enough to get him interested in you. When I was a kid I thought the long vampire fangs were hollow and had holes in the end that they drank blood through like straws. 2 PM. Gonna save the other half of this sandwich for later. 2:06 PM. Time to finish that sandwich. Which turns me into a frog. Now suffer. Me. Chilling on a leaf. Which, wait. Me. Experiencing happiness for the first time in my life. Which, wait no. Genie. You have 17 wishes. Me. Isn't it normally 3? Genie. Yeah but. Vaguely gestures to me. Lot of issues here. Brain cells die, skin cells die and even hair cells die, but the fat cells in my stomach must have accepted Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, since they seem to have eternal life. Guy with only PS4 and mattress on the floor, who doesn't leave his apartment probably has the lowest carbon footprint, but no one wants to talk about that. Cashier checks my ID in half a second. Me. That was fast. Cashier. Yeah. I saw the 19. Me. Being new at a job is so embarrassing for no reason. Someone said it feels like you're a new character on season 5 of a show. Sorry I'm late, I sat on my bed in a towel for 45 minutes staring at the wall. Just once. I want the opportunity to dramatically swipe everything off a table to make room for a giant map that I'll use to explain the plan. Many people that appear cool actually struggle with feelings of inadequacy. Not me. I have those feelings without appearing cool at all. Me. I'm heading out to escort the canine on a jaunty trek about the neighborhood. My husband. Why don't you just say you're going to walk the dog? Dog. Goes absolutely nuts. I've got 99 problems and basically all of them could be solved by a salary increase. One of my first thoughts upon waking this morning was I feel like shit and I want to die, except it was in the cadence of I like big bets, and I cannot lie, so it was funny and I was, then, delighted. Why is my brain like this? I didn't tell it to do any of that. Is it insulting to give someone cash as a gift? Insult me please. We thought it was our ability to love that made us human. But it turns out it was actually our ability to select each image containing a boat. Why are vampires always wealthy in movies? Like how do they make a living LMAO? If you've been alive since 1892 and still broke, just step into the sun. Netflix. Should I play this movie? Me. No, I'm just looking at it for a second. Netflix. I'll put it on. Me. I'm just literally reading what it is. Netflix. It's playing. Your parents gonna be home in 10 minutes. What do? Come back in 11 minutes and ask them what's going on. If anybody break into my house, we will be searching for the valuable things together. Me trying to be honest and open about my mental health. The voice in my head telling me to turn it into a joke. Men pick their favorite sports team when they're like 11 and let it make them upset for the rest of their life. Just picked up a rubber band that had been in the same spot on my bedroom floor for a month. Absolutely incredible to see what I'm capable of when I give it my all. I could flirt with you and be 0% interested. Didn't know wasting your own time was a flex. Therapist. You need to stop doing weird things. Going out might help. Me. I went to the park today. Therapist. There you go. I hope you got something from that. Me. Opens coat. This duck. Pluto is covered in red patches and we don't know what they are. Bruises from all the times you all said he wasn't a planet. How to confuse Americans. Why did elementary schools just occasionally bring in a dude with a big snake? Who was that man? What were his credentials? I need to get my life together, but I'm kind of waiting to see if the world is going to end before I put any real effort in. The anxious urge to say no worries either way, when you are actually worrying both ways plus a secret third way. No, you live in a society. I live in my meticulously crafted daydream universe that I've been using as a coping mechanism since childhood. I'm easily attracted to men with power. Just paid my light bill. My doctor and I were discussing my anxiety, and she said brains are made to keep us alive. They are not made to keep us happy, and I can't stop thinking about that. I made a new rule. Never trust how you feel about your entire life past 9 PM. My brain before going through airport security. What if I accidentally have a gun? By the age of 30 you should have mental health, financial stability, have kids, social life, skincare routine. I just have anxiety. Duck. Come under the blanket. I have something to show you. My best friend lives a plane ride away, and I hate planes. I'd still fly a trillion hours to see her though. My friends live down the street and I haven't seen them in months. I'm a very matured person. I apologize when I'm wrong. I've never heard you apologize. I'm never wrong. Not wearing glasses anymore. I've seen enough. Me in the theater at age 12. Silently becoming an entirely different person over the course of 90 minutes as I download my new personality from the coolest character in the movie. I'm tired being the only one who cleans, pays all the bills, cooks every day, and does dishes in this house. I'm the backbone of this family. I live alone. But still. Me complaining that I have no social life when in reality I love staying home and not talk to anyone for several days in a row. Why would my own brain ruin my own day? Like, whose side are you even on, mother ducker? For me, being chill is getting to the airport 3 hours before takeoff, so I can sit in a restaurant directly across from my gate and be anxious about missing my flight from there. My niece wants to know if she donates her hair to Locks of Love and the recipient of her hair commits a crime and leaves hair at the crime scene, will her DNA be found all over the crime scene and thus incriminate her? She's 12. Baby boomer voice. Kids today are too soft. In my day we were emotionally abased by our parents and we repressed our trauma so deeply we incorporated that abase into a toxic system of values that prize a mythological toughness at the expense of actually dealing with our pain. Making plans when you're in a good mood versus when the day comes and you actually have to go. Haven't seen one April Fool's joke. Everyone tired as duck of everything LMFAO. Me. Has tons of favorite songs. Person. What's your favorite song? Me. Forgets every song I have ever heard. You are the CEO of your life. I'm tired of being the CEO of a bankrupt corporation. I want out. At my funeral I won't need a coffin. I will be cremated from the neck down, and my head will be on a stick. If you want to say anything about me, you have to hold my head stick. When you walk into a rural gas station wearing your mask in the middle of a pandemic. Are you okay? Oh my god, no. But for the purposes of this conversation, yes, I'm fine. I'm single because I hate people, but I want to find one person who I don't hate who also hates people, but doesn't hate me. When you say you're pro LGBTQ+, in reality you just don't care what other people do with their lives. I can't wait until I'm financially stable to afford who I really am. Am I the only one who texts back fast as duck with no shame? Like, who cares? As a childless adult, it is my duty to embrace hobbies and pastimes that my peers cannot, as they have sacrificed their free time to maintain the population. I must vibe and chill and do fun things in their honor. Just once I'd like to see an article like extroverted. Here's some tips on how to be quiet and reflective. Introverted. Here's how to be more social. Europeans being bilingual. Asians knowing 3 or more languages. Americans unable to master the English language. Why is the cat screaming? 1. Why wouldn't the cat scream? 2. If you were smart, you'd be doing the same thing. Coach. Show them how fierce our team is. Me. Thinking about having kids. My son poured syrup in every floor vent. 13 years later it still smells like waffles every time the heat comes on. The word daddy has been so sensualized that my kids are gonna have to call me bra or some shut. Ending your essay with in conclusion. Bland. Overused. Predictable. Ending your essay with and them's the facts. Compelling. Unexpected. Confirms that those are indeed the facts. I've become a breadcrumb dealer to 4 crows in my local lake, and they pay me with a bit of everything. Shiny stuff, fabric, pens, etc. But recently they paid me with $20 they found somewhere, so I decided to buy them some more expensive bread. They loved it, so they understand what to do. Give me dollar notes. And I've probably racked up $200 at this point. Is it morally wrong though? I mean, they're the ones who steals it from someone. Or perhaps they just got a big pile laying somewhere. Should I keep on doing this? Can you come out? Yeah, give me a minute. Mom, I'm gay. I know that's silly. Come out to the car. I'm gay. I'm gonna ducking die disease. Symptoms. Back hurts a bit too much for a bit too long. Incorrect username or password. Butch. Which one is it? You ever misspelled a word so bad autocorrect don't even help you out? What's a universal thing that most men like? I'm making a comic, but I just realized I don't actually know any men in real life. Throwing large rocks into bodies of water from great heights. Seriously, hear me out. The Scholastic Book Fair. For adults. At a bar. What do people do in the shower for 45 minutes plus? I just sat in the shower for an hour thinking about how Mercedes has 3 E's all pronounced differently. Snoop has done so much he's on a higher plane of understanding. Dudes will know each other for a decade and not have one photo together. Maturity is losing interest in everything. That's depression, bro. I wish I could Google search my own mind and just type in stuff like what are my favorite movies or what was the name of the place with the really good egg rolls. I'd really like to hear the reasoning behind women who won't take their husband's last name because my last name is best. Doctor at my checkup asked me if I had any feelings of depression or anxiety and I said don't we all, and she said no lol. Me. Most dust is human skin flakes, therefore Roombas are carnivorous robots, and one day the dust won't satiate them anymore, so they will rise up and devour us all. Therapist. Can we go back to discussing your childhood? Me. 1 second. Why is it so much easier to fall asleep on the couch unintentionally than to fall asleep in bed intentionally? The world now runs on video game logic. What's the first thing you do? Look at my stats to find out what the duck is wrong with me. What is the harshest truth you've learned? The world will not treat you better just because you are a good person. A woman was denied citizenship in Switzerland for being too annoying. Pick up the book Closet to You. Go to page 206. The first sentence explains your love life. 206. Harry Potter. Even the Hogwarts ghosts avoid it. Said R. Can you dislike someone but still love them? Do you have siblings? Why did the prisoner choose the bread instead of the key? If you know the answer, you're a philosopher. Cause he's an idiot. Anyone else whisper what the duck to themselves at least 96 times a day, or is it just me? Caller ID isn't enough for me. I need to know why you're calling. I would pay an extra $6.99 a month for caller justification. Delete the I will do it tomorrow attitude out of your life. I'm deleted tomorrow. You all ever look at old pictures of yourself and think damn people really let me walk around like that, but then you look in the mirror and think damn it's happening again. Actually the class system in America is never been to Disney, went to Disney once or twice, goes to Disney annually. $10 million to never listen to any Beyonce song ever again. Are you taking the offer? So 10 millions to live how I live currently. I took my 8-year-old to the office on Take Your Child to Work Day. As we were walking around, she started crying and getting very cranky, so I asked her what was wrong. As my co-workers gathered round, she sobbed, "Daddy, where are all the clowns that you said you worked with?" The 4 stages of a day off. 1. I will do so much stuff. 2. Later I'll do lots of stuff. 3. Eventually, I'll do some stuff. 4. Oh no. My wife and I's friend booked us a table at a restaurant called the Manhattan Project, and I'm the bad guy for asking if it's a fusion restaurant. That's a 10 over 10 joke. Woman in the library asked to borrow my charger. She used it for an hour or so, then told me thanks, add me on FB, and literally guided me, looking at my laptop over my shoulder, to her profile. I sent a request because it felt awkward not to, and now I see she rejected the request. Me at 5. I want to be an astronaut. Me at 15. I want to be a pro athlete. Me at 25. Duck me, how expensive is cheese? I socialize this weekend. Me for the next 3 months. Wrote the D a little weird. I should fix it. Today. What's betrayal? When you carry your pet to your room and it walks out. One time in middle school I dated a girl for 4 days, and when she broke up with me, she posted on Facebook, sometimes your knight in shining armor is really just a loser in tinfoil, and to this day, that's the sickest burn I've ever gotten. Once I became a parent I finally understood the scene where Yoda gets so tired of answering Luke's questions he just dies. An apparition appears in your room, alongside a more successful looking doppelganger of yourself. Apparition. And this is what you would be. Doppelganger. Oh my god. Spare me these twisted visions. Spectre. I've learned my lesson. Both vanish. You. Hey, what the duck? So sad that kids today spend so much time online. When we were kids we were always outside throwing rocks at one another. Snow skiing. Lighting small fires. Stealing car hood ornaments. Shoplifting. Trying drugs. One time I drank gasoline. Do beavers even know what they're doing? Or do they just see water flowing down a river and think absolutely not?